All right, so there's guys out there who wake up in the morning without a schedule or a plan, not knowing what they're going to tackle in the day, right? They might be on NoFap, and that's as far as their self improvement goes. They might be going to school for something they don't even like, right? They don't even like the subject. They're just doing it because their mom wanted them to or something, right? And they're single and they keep convincing themselves, oh, I'm good looking, whatever, but their Tinder matches show otherwise and they feel very lonely, right? And they're scared to death of rejection. These guys, they're broke, they don't have any muscle mass, right? And these guys don't get anywhere. Whereas there's other guys out there who are in good shape, they make money, but most importantly, they're confident in themselves and they get a lot farther. I'm going to talk about the difference here specifically. I'm going to talk about my journey. I was basically like the previous guy to a T, right? And I'm not trying to say that money and muscle is everything. And I'm going to elaborate on this a little bit as I go. I really hope this video will help you out. And without further ado, let's dive into it. I remember clearly I was in my car, right? I was at the subway station. It's SkyTrain over here, but I'll say subway. I think that's more people will know that. So it's a subway station, right? In my car, and I'm picking up a girl, right? This was a girl that I knew from high school, right? So I'm picking her up. She gets in the car, and the minute she gets into the car, my heart starts racing, right? And all these insecurities, thoughts of insecurity just start flooding into my mind, right? And it's like I don't even know how to act anymore. My brain starts short circuiting, and I'm thinking, oh, does she even think I'm good looking? Oh, oh my God, is my hair right? And just a flood of insecurity. That's the best way I can describe it. Just comes in, right? And it's funny because I ended up going out with that girl. I ended up hooking up with that girl, and it's like the insecurity was literally seeping off me, right? And I remember she sent me a text. We were talking on text a few days after. She sent me a text. She's like, "I truly don't understand why you're so insecure," right? And it just hit kind of deep because it made me realize that I already knew that my insecurity was kind of coming off, but it made me realize how apparently obvious it was that everyone was kind of able to pick up on it, right? This leads me to the first point. Before self improvement, I struggled deeply, deeply with insecurities. I still do. Anxiety, especially, I've struggled with all my life, and insecurities, I've struggled with all my life. So I still do, but really, like, way less now than I used to, right? And my life previously was truly, truly a miserable existence where I would spend day in, day out, just again with loads of insecurities, loads of anxieties, right? And that was just my existence. And shit, I cried about it many times, to be honest with you, like just because I couldn't take it. Sometimes I was like, I don't understand why, like I just feel this anxiety all the damn time, right? And this leads me to the first point. Look, self improvement. I don't. So self improvement is what led me to the path of like making money, getting muscle, etc. Right. And the way I was able to do that was, I've talked about this many times, is just focusing on one thing. I was never one of those self improvement people who's like, oh, deep work at 6 a.m. and this at 7 a.m. Like, I never had a schedule. I'd leave everything to the last minute, literally like the last minute, and then I do it. Right. But what worked for me, and I won't elaborate on it too much because, again, I've touched on it on previous videos, but what worked for me was just focusing on one thing, right? Just figuring out one thing. What is the one thing that I can do that will truly change my life? It started with fitness. I just focused. I was like, I don't care if I don't do anything else productive all day. I'm going to make sure I do my fitness routine, my nutrition. If I do that, that's a productive day, right? And I really want to make it clear. I'm not trying to say this is like the best advice out there or something, right? This is just what worked for me. You'll find your path. But what I really hope I can convince you within this video is to just starting to move towards improvement, right? Whatever that looks like for you. Now, part of the issue here is these people who say, oh, money doesn't matter, bro. Oh, muscle doesn't matter, bro. It's like you're trying to improve your dating life. It's like none of that stuff matters. Waste of time. Like, no, take that thought, throw way out the window. We don't listen to those people. They put a train of thought on us that doesn't serve us at all. Look, I agree, by the way, that money doesn't matter, muscle doesn't matter, all that stuff. In the context of, again, self improvement looks different for everyone, right? You may take up a martial art and it's like, good luck getting jacked doing martial arts. You might, but it's so much cardio that, you're probably going to have trouble putting on muscle. But again, martial arts is cool. It's like you're following your passion. That's also self improvement. That's also self improvement, and that passion will come off. You'll meet people there. You'll probably, probably won't struggle to meet girls at that point, right? So again, money and muscle was just what was important to me. It made me feel better about myself, right? And it's very materialistic, but point being, if that's your path, no problem. No problem. Go pursue that, right? Don't let other people set your standards, right? We can set our standards for ourselves. We don't need others' approval for this. We can do it. That's all I'm saying. Now, as far as the rest of it, I did mention that money and muscle is not everything. And now The rest of it, for me, what it looked like at least, was there was a lot of trauma inside of me. Just to be transparent with you, I had a therapy session actually not too long ago. It was like 4 hours, and like I fucking cried for like basically the whole 4 hours, right? So these things, these anxieties and insecurities, what I've realized at least is they don't just come out of nowhere, right? They don't just come out of nowhere. They come from somewhere, and the path of figuring that out, that's also self improvement, right? So, long story short, what I really want to get across from you is if living a similar lifestyle to the old me, and you're stuck in this kind of cycle of a miserable existence, a similar one. I just want to show you that there is another way. You don't have to live your life like that, right? This is the shit I wish someone would have told me back then, and I'm sure someone did, but I just didn't listen, right? So, that's the main point I'm making there, right? Now, next thing I remember was being in my gym, right? I was working at this gym, and I'm on my phone, right? And I open Tinder, right? And every once in a while, I'd get a match, and I'd actually match with this girl who had like unmatched me before, and we matched again because I'd recreate my account a million times. For the OGs know that's how you get more matches. When you stop getting matches, you recreate your account, right? But anyway, long story short. So I mean, this was to me like the lack of self respect I had at this girl that was like, constantly unmatching me, not even respecting me. I was still trying to get her attention, right? But anyway, she rejected me. I think I maybe asked her out or something, and she rejected me again. I remember my heart just sinking, right? And I'm in this room, obviously, with other people trying to do my job, and I remember just feeling like absolute garbage, and thinking to myself, right? Before I even dive into that, so the first tip I gave that was like how to improve yourself, and I touched on it a little bit. And again, I have other videos that go into it way in depth, right? So I hope those will help you out. But now I'm gonna touch more so on the why. So I remember heart sinking, and just feeling like anxiety come over me, and the insecurities, and I was just like, man, this shit fucking sucks, like I remember just thinking like, this is my day-to-day life, day in day out, just feeling like this all the time. This is misery, this is pure and true misery. I remember thinking that to myself, right? Now, the point I'm trying to make here is this feeling, when I got this and I would try to like research online or talk to people about how to overcome it, they would say you have to drive self esteem from within, confidence from within. And at that point, honestly, I barely knew what that meant. I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I just didn't understand, like, how do I feel like absolute garbage about myself? Which part of me am I supposed to drive it from? Right? Which part of me am I supposed to drive it from? And this is what self improvement did for me. It gave me a part to drive it from. Right? Again, this is what I mean when I say the muscle and money is less important. The point is, I picked a goal and I stuck with it. I picked a hard to do thing. I stuck with it. And seeing the success from that made me realize, wow, like, I had all this potential inside of me. I didn't realize, oh, what else can I do? What else? And now confidence was starting to be built from within rather than looking outside. Now, that's not to say I don't look for approval whatsoever. We're only human, right? We look for approval. I hope you like this video. To be honest with you, I hope you subscribe, support, all that stuff. It's like, it's human nature to look for approval. So it's not like that side of me is gone. But I can drive a lot more confidence from within. Even when people don't like me, I can be okay with that. I'm a lot more okay with being rejected, a lot more okay with being vulnerable, expressing myself, things like this. Because confidence can now come from within. I've done all these hard to do things, and I look back at it and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's like that was like the shit, And sometimes I look back at some of the things, I'm like, damn, I'm the shit. So this is how I feel about it. And truly, I hope that by following the path of self improvement, you get to a similar place. Now, just one warning I want to throw out there. There's gonna be these people out there, especially these red pill weirdos. It's like, I don't even know what their beliefs are nowadays. But about last time, I remember it's like, oh, women are hypergamous, bro, and like this, bro, and like that, bro. And like, no, take that thought, throw it way out the window. We don't listen to those people. They put a train of thought on us that doesn't serve us whatsoever. Like, just be careful. That all I want to say here is just be careful who you listen to, because even in the self improvement space, there are some weirdos, and these red pill dudes are weirdos. They're weirdos. Some of their belief systems are absolute straight toxic garbage, to be honest with you. So just be careful about that. I know we're smarter than that, and I'm confident you'll be able to see right from wrong. Right? I'm confident you'll be able to see right from wrong, but just be careful with that. Now, I just want to end this video off by saying, hey, be kind to yourself throughout this process as well. Look, like I mentioned, my background, the only reason I got into self-improvement was because I was so tired of just constantly feeling anxious, constantly feeling insecure, constantly not having any confidence driving myself. And I was just filled with like frustration, rage, negativity, and always thinking negatively of myself, always thinking the worst will happen, never having confidence in myself, or thinking I'm ugly and being insecure about like every single aspect of myself, from the physical to otherwise, right? And I mentioned before, but my insecurities ran so deep that it ran to like my skin color and my culture background. Because I'm in a Western country, right? And I have a very a non-Western name, and obviously I'm brown, right? Like physically, so I had insecurities around these things as well. And I just hope I can invite you to be more positive. That's why I say, the money and all that shit is cool, but really be proud of yourself every single time you do a hard to do thing. If you're not in that place right now, no problem, right? As long as you're putting one foot in front of the other, you're working hard. Be proud of yourself for that. Truly, be proud of yourself right now, right? And if that's hard, just at least be neutral about it. But I would like the way I would do it, right? It's like I would beat myself up over every little thing. If I didn't hit a PR, I'd start calling myself pathetic. And, like if I went into it, there'd be a lot of swearing. But long story short, I was extremely hard, extremely negative on myself. And truly, I believe that hindered my progress a lot more than it helped me. And that only fueled my insecurities more, right? So all I'm hoping with this is I can invite you to see a different way. Keep it positive, keep on showing up. I'm not saying don't work hard, improve yourself, stay consistent. Put in the hard work. Hard work always pays off. This will be no exception. But be kind to yourself, be proud of yourself, right? Keep on showing up day in, day in, day out, and your life will change in no time. Now I just want you to imagine for a second. Imagine you take this advice, you run with it, right? And your dating life is improving day by day by day. Now you put yourself out there. You don't wait until you hit some perfect mark of, oh, I need this much money or I have this much muscle. You put yourself out there now, right? But you keep it positive, which helps you bring out your true, genuine best self, right? And your dates see that. Girls you ask out, they see that. And your dating life is improving day by day by day, right? I want you to imagine that your money is increasing day by day by day. You dedicate yourself to your career. You're putting in the hard work. Now you have money to enjoy your life. If you wanted to move out, you're able to move out, but also you have money to support your family. But most importantly, as you work through yourself, you work through the things in yourself, the external and the internal. So you've got the money, you've got whatever materialistic goals you had, but you've also worked through inside. If you were a similar position to me, the traumas, all that shit, right? You're working through that, and your confidence in yourself, your self-esteem is improving day by day by day, and you're genuinely starting to love life around you, because that's what happened with me. Like, I'm not saying my life is perfect, right? Far from it. I have my struggles, all that. I have my bad days, I have my good days. But I look back at it and I'm genuinely a lot happier now than I was, right? And I wish the same for you, right? So keep working hard. I believe in you. But what I believe doesn't matter. What you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. And again, in no time, you'll see great results, right? Now, ultimately, what I want is this to be a positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to the next level in life. Look, like I've mentioned my struggles with anxieties, insecurities, all that. I won't go too much into it now, right? I want to see people, if you've been struggling with similar things, to come into this community, become better day by day by day. I want to see all of us support each other. I want to get success stories in this community, all that good stuff, right? Nobody should have to live like the miserable existence I mentioned before. And there is a way out. And I hope, right, I can, again, just motivate you to start taking those steps to start getting out of it, right? And yeah, that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll leave my Instagram, TikTok in the description, also somewhere over here. Please do support there as well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to take this YouTube thing on full time, right? Like, just to be transparent with you, I'd love to start making money from this. This is where my real passion is at, right? So please like, comment, subscribe, support. All that support will help make my dream a reality. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.